Hi there. Are you ready for this one? Ugh. First of all, let me apologize for not jumping back on here for all of your zero viewers out there in a week, but like Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain and a trip to Chicago and some other personal stuff going on in my life has prevented me from being on this YouTube channel that I just have not been paying a lot of attention to. Certainly don't promote it either. But anyway, I did want to address something that happened yesterday. So, yesterday was Father's Day. I hope you all had a Father's Day that was memorable. Dads out there. But this dad in particular is a surgeon. And I was invited to an event yesterday from one of my client friends. That's what I call him. He's my client friend. And he was very generous in offering me this opportunity to go to an event that was most enjoyable, except for this one tiny, tiny little incident that happened right before it started. So here I am, Sunday morning, Father's Day, night before, Maroon 5, Saturday morning, Just for Success, wellness ambassador at 7 in the morning at Citrus Park Mall. And, it's just been a lot. But I was tired when I got there already. And I see this doctor that I had what I like to call broken up with, bunny ear broken up with. So that's what happens when I work with a client that doesn't really jive with my morals, beliefs, or really just plain gets on my nerves. That can happen. Not often. I think in the 5 years, it's been 3 or 4 that I've had to just go, I can't do this anymore. Well, that's what happened with this particular client. I found out there was a lot of really, really severe sexual misconduct going on. So if you are a child watching this right now, hit stop and get off and go back to playing whatever it is you're playing on your games. All right, I'm not going to say anything bad, but it's just inappropriate. So, he was very inappropriate with his staff and had some incidents with patients, has his ex-girlfriend running the practice while dating another staff member. It's just bad. And I'm talking serious, serious age differences here. So as soon as I found out how bad it really was, I had to plan my escape is what I do. I just start planning my escape. Like, how do I back out of this without really getting involved too much? Because the writing's on the wall. Like, I don't want to be associated with a group that behaves like this. And when you realize that somebody is of a certain age, you also realize that they're probably not going to change. So that said, yeah, I got out of that. And then I see him yesterday for the first time. Now, in the meantime, since I left that practice, which I think was December, because this last vlog that I did about sexual misconduct was about this practice in particular. Now, that doesn't mean there hasn't been other things that have happened in the medical industry, as it's happening in every industry, okay? But I'm just waiting for the hashtag hospital Me Too movement to happen. But this guy, he's something else, huh? Wait till I tell you. Okay, so what happened was I went to an event that's right next door to where his office is recently, about a month ago, I'm going to say, if even that. And a girl was sitting at the bar that I did not know, but decided to strike up a conversation. Well, turns out she used to work for this guy and starts, going on and on about him and all of his bad behavior, doctor bad behavior. And I was like, whew, wow, God, it's been going on a long time. And then in comes his manager slash ex-girlfriend. And she is telling me she's ready to get out of there and it's time. And I really got to break away. And can I send you my resume? And maybe if you know of anything, you could help me out. And I'm thinking, I don't know. Because honestly, like you have to have a lot of self-esteem to run a medical practice. Like I really do think that's number one. So I'm not going to get her another job because unless it's not as a manager of a practice, because anybody that's running a medical practice should not be like doing what they were doing in the office, whatever. I don't even want to belabor this, but so she was going on and on, lots of words said. And I just said, he really needs to get his act together. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Something very simple, like it's out of control. And I'm glad I'm not there anymore. And anybody that is still there, I really think needs to really check their own self-esteem. And that was a lot of the conversations that I had with the staff. Like, how valuable is your own integrity? Like, how much do you consider your self-esteem when you work in a place like this? So, oof. So I see him and he comes walking up to me. I wave to him and then he has this fleeting moment that it would be a good idea to come up and speak to me. And he comes over to me and leans in and whispers in his accent, because he's not from this wonderful country. He said, hey, you know what? In a social setting, probably not a good idea for you to say that I should keep my D blank, blank, blank in my pants. I'm not going to say the word. Not that I haven't said it out loud, and not that I don't curse, just don't think it's appropriate. I feel disgusting saying that, actually. I don't say things like that. And that's what I told him. I said, truth be told here, buddy, I don't speak like that. I have a father and a husband and a child at home. Like, it's not what comes out of my mouth. Not to say, like I said, that I don't curse. I mean, come on. I'm from New York and I'm normal and a human. That's what we do. Not everybody. I mean, I know that Maya Angelou gave up cursing a long time ago and she's no longer with us. And I respect all of that. I think that people that don't curse, good for you. But I digress. Can you believe he said that to me? So what I said was, you really need to consider the source, because obviously I knew where it was coming from and he knew where it was coming from. And I'm thinking, what are you doing hanging out with these women that are like 30 years younger than you? 30. I'm talking he should have retired even already a long time ago. It's not my best interest ever to speak ill of anybody I've ever worked with, but this is bad. I had thoughts of calling and thoughts of, getting in touch with this manager. And I'm like, no, I'm just not, I don't even want to be a part of that. It's disgusting. But he is disgusting. And then his girlfriend was there, another employee that cried to me. She cried to me when I was there. Like, I know that this isn't the best decision. You think? You think you're not one of like 100 others? And you think you're going to be the last? Oh my God. Okay. So this is not the Oprah show nor any other. But I must say that, ladies, if you are working in a place where there is a male of any kind, but especially a physician, and he's being inappropriate to you, you better speak up. Another reason that I left was because he was getting sued by, I think, 2 or 3 women. I was like, I gotta go. I don't want to be called in. No way. And those were previous employees, I think. Okay. Doctors. Doc, if you listen to this and you think it's a good idea to flirt, say things that are inappropriate, comment on a woman's body parts or whatever it is and joke around and say, oh, get a sense of humor, which is what I've heard through the years. And if you think that somebody's not going to sue you, you're cray-cray. But especially now, today, hello, could we have any more hashtag movements going on? Really? We started with Weinstein, and it's going into every industry. So my advice to you, if you are a doctor or just a man in a business, it's not meant for the office, okay? And women, ladies, like it's time to get therapy. It's time to like start meditating or start rethinking your choices. I've made bad choices in my life, don't get me wrong, okay? Sometimes I still wonder what I'm doing with certain choices about putting myself last. Put yourself first, girl. I would never put up with that. I have had a doctor like try, and I was like, oh, no, no, no. You have a wife. That's disgusting. Blech. And like, there's like a woman's code. So just be a good person. Be a good person. And ladies, like, give me a break. Don't date anybody that you know. I'm not going to get into this whole thing. You see, I'm already like, it's upsetting me. There's like a girl code. Just like there's a guy code, I'm sure there's a girl code. But like for anybody that might watch this that is in a medical practice today, and if somebody is being inappropriate, do something about it. Say something, report them. It is inappropriate, especially in a clinical setting. Ugh. Like you're there to help people and save lives. Now, this is a small amount of medical practices that this is happening in, I'm sure. That was a wink. So I don't know. I've heard many, 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 many stories. I've been in places where there's many, many affairs going on. I'm sure this happens in other businesses, but come on, not in the medical industry, please. So get it together, people. And Doc, I did get to say more to him later on because I was so mad that I wasn't like, how dare you? But it was like 0:00 in the morning on a Sunday and Father's Day, and I didn't have the energy. But I don't think that he'll ever say anything to me again because I did go up to his girlfriend and I was like, you know, you really need to grow some self-esteem somewhere. Get the heck away from this dude. And then he walked up. It was really awesome. Okay, so that's it for now. Hope you had a great Father's Day, and I hope you don't say anything inappropriate ever to a woman in a job. Duh.